Hello and welcome, my name is Kyle FtW and welcome back to the Black Ops Cold War beta video. Today we are going to be talking about the new mode Combined Arms Assault that was of course added within the Black Ops Cold War beta. I think it was on Saturday or Sunday. This is going to be just a standard commentary video. I decided that, the biggest reason behind this video in the first place, besides, in the non-live format, is I didn't really feel like recording a video last night. I got home and I was just like, you know what, normally I don't upload on Sundays. I don't really want to record anything. I just kind of want to chill out, play some Call of Duty, play the last couple hours of the beta for myself personally, and just have a lot of fun. And I played Combined Arms Assault, and oh my goodness, this mode is incredible. I absolutely love it. It is so much fun. When I heard about this in the early news when we were talking about the beta for the game, I was like, this mode is the classic war mode from World at War that was also added into Advanced Warfare as well. And I got my hands on this mode and I was like, wow, this mode is amazing. I was excited for it in the pre-beta video, and I played it and I just fell in love with it. It is an incredibly fun mode. Basically, it is only on Combined Arms Assault maps. So it's on Armada, it is on Crossroads, which is the map that you're seeing in the background, as well as it is on the map Cartel. That was of course added as well with this new with the beta. And this mode is just amazing. It is classic war, where basically I believe that you get kills as your team. If you get a bunch of kills, then your momentum goes up. You get 1 times momentum, which is standard capture rate, 2 times momentum, which is double capture rate, and then 3 times momentum, which is triple capture rate, which means you capture objectives extremely quickly. So basically how this mode works is there's essentially 1 central flag in the middle of the map with 2 opposing flags on each individual team side of the map. So for example, there is the second, which you're seeing on the background. This is the second flag for the enemy team. So once you die here in this area, then you spawn closer to this objective, and so on and so forth. And if that team captures that objective, you go back to the middle, and vice versa. So it's a very kind of teeter-totter mode, and it is a ton of fun. I was surprised how much I loved it, especially because I wasn't really a big Combined Arms player in the first place. I kind of didn't really like the Battlefield, Call of Duty modes in general, but this was an absolute blast. It is so much fun. It's a super fast-paced mode for these giant maps that we have within Black Ops Cold War for the Combined Arms modes. I mean, every map except for Armada, I will admit, was fast-paced. So Cartel and Crossroads were both extremely fast-paced with this mode. Armada was quite a bit less faster-paced. Quite a bit less faster-paced than this one, but again, still, the mode was fun on all 3 maps, but Crossroads is definitely my favorite gameplay or map for this mode, as well as Cartel was a lot of fun as well. Cartel is just an insanely fast game mode when you play it on this map, because Cartel was supposed to be a 6v6 and a 12v12 map, which it is, so it's a little bit smaller than Crossroads and Armada, so it's just crazy, no low rate of action at all, and it is just an extremely fun mode. So one thing that I wanted to say about this mode as well is that for some reason I really couldn't feel the super insane skill-based matchmaking that I could feel in the normal 6v6 modes. I don't know if that's just me or if that's, a common thing where you guys feel the same way, but I didn't feel strong skill-based matchmaking in this mode whatsoever. It felt pretty unsweaty, if that makes any sense at all. Like, nobody was trying super hard. Everybody was, obviously there was people that are jumping and sliding and doing the same sort of things, but I was actually able to kill them. They didn't seem like they had their Cronus Max aim, which is something I've been complaining about throughout the beta, is that I would start shooting somebody and all of a sudden they would turn around and laser me and I would kill me instantly. So yeah, which was a lot of fun. But this mode seemed much more fun because it didn't seem as sweaty. It seemed a little bit more casual, and I don't know if that's just the people I was playing against or whatever it was, but just the mode was an absolute blast, and it's actually saved the beta for me. Before today, before yesterday, I was like, this game is kind of hit or miss. Sometimes I have fun, sometimes I don't have any fun at all. Just kind of depends on the game, depends on the day, but every single match, except for maybe 2 or 3 games, which is, I played 3 full hours of this. 3 hours and 10 minutes is the recording that I'm looking at right now. 3 hours and 10 minutes I played of this mode, and there was not one. Of course, those couple games I rage quit, I didn't really enjoy that much because that was just a specific player issue. But every single mode besides those 3 games, every single game was just an absolute blast. Obviously, there's some issues I have with combined arms, including the tanks on Crossroads. I think they're a little bit overpowered. They should not be in the game, in my opinion, in my personal opinion. But overall, the game mode is super, super fun. And again, the thing that I really liked about this mode so much is that it was extremely fast paced. I didn't have one dull, slow moment the entire time I played this mode, except for, of course, on Armada, which was my least favorite map from that mode anyways. But I mean, every single game I played of this, super, super fast paced, an absolute ton of fun, and I overall really, really, really enjoyed my experience, and it saved the beta for me. So now that we have that out of the way, this is a pretty long gameplay, so I'm going to make sure that I try and talk for the whole thing. Obviously, if I run out of things to say, I'm not going to just keep on rambling about whatever. I will just let you guys enjoy the rest of the gameplay verbatim. But one thing I want to say is I hope that they add this mode into the standard 6v6 rotation as well, because while Combined Arms is great and is a lot of fun, and I really, really enjoyed it within Combined Arms, I think it would be a lot more fun if it was in a 6v6 standard mode as well. But if it stays in Combined Arms for the whole year, then I think it's not that big of a deal, but I would definitely like to see it come to 6v6 so that everybody can play it and that it's a little bit more 6v6 oriented, because of course when World at War it was 6v6 only, because that's the only thing that they had. I can't remember if War was in Ground War, if they even had a Ground War mode in World at War. I cannot remember off the top of my head, but of course it used to be 6v6, so I hope that they add a 6v6 version of this mode into just regular multiplayer. But if it is Combined Arms only, hopefully there's a ton of Combined Arms maps that we get to play on that have this mode. We're allowed to play this mode on a bunch of Combined Arms maps. But again, I'm very, very excited for this mode for when the beta, obviously next weekend, comes out, but we'll be playing on the same maps, and as well as when the game comes out, because I think when the game comes out and there's a lot more maps to play Combined Arms Assault on, I think it'll be an absolute blast. Again, just this mode completely saved the beta for me. It's incredible. It is just such a good mode, and I just cannot recommend playing it enough. If you guys are sick of the skill-based matchmaking, sick of the really, really annoying lobbies that you're in where people are sliding and jumping all the time, then give Combined Arms Assault a try when the beta goes live next Thursday. But again, I absolutely enjoyed this mode, and I just cannot say enough good things about it. It was just a great experience, and I'm very, very happy that I just decided to play that, because I was like, I don't know if I want to play it, but I played this mode and I was like, I'm not going to go back to 6v6, at least for the rest of my play session today, and it was just such a fun experience. But now that we have all that out of the way, I want to do a little bit of a mini review, because obviously I want to do a big giant review when the beta is fully done, fully concluded next week. But I wanted to do a little bit of a mini beta review for what we had during the weekend that we just finished. So honestly, when it comes to 6v6 as well as Combined Arms, both modes, did I enjoy the beta? I absolutely did enjoy the beta for the most part. The only times I didn't enjoy it was if people were sliding and jumping and stuff, but as I said, I changed my sensitivity. I found my playstyle for this game, which is more of an assault rifle oriented gameplay. Obviously, having a lower sensitivity means you're more accurate from longer range, but I still feel like you can use an SMG, but for some reason I just really, really struggled with an SMG within this beta. But I lowered my sensitivity down to 7 from 11. I started using ARs more, putting them more in my playstyle, and it was a game changer for me. I really didn't enjoy the beta that much when I was using SMGs and stuff, but since starting to use assault rifles, I apologize for hitting my mic there. When using assault rifles in this game, I started to enjoy it a lot more, and I had a much more fun experience. Because before, I was just getting super, super irritated because I was getting outgunned by SMGs constantly, using an SMG, and I was just like, you know what, I'm going to use an assault rifle, stand back, and try and take these guys out. And by using an assault rifle and lowering my sensitivity, I just enjoyed the game a whole lot more. It was kind of crazy. As for streaks goes within the beta, I think they are still just way too hard to get. Number one, well, not all of them. The UAV definitely needs to be up to I think 1,500 points, because the UAV spam was absolutely insane during the beta, and I think everybody was rocking Ghost at some point because there was just so much UAV spam. It was absolutely insane. So hopefully what they do when the full game comes out is they actually let you get more score for streaks. I think they did do some improvements, but I think what they need to do is for every single kill you need to get more score per kill. So for example, if I get on a 1 kill streak, I'll get 50 points per kill. If I get on a 2 kill streak, I'll get 200 points per kill. 3 kill streak, 250 points per kill. 3 kill streak, 300 points per kill, etc, etc, etc. Because what I noticed when playing this beta is that if you went on a 5 kill streak, or all the way from a all the way up to a 10 kill streak, you only got 200 points per kill. Actually, never mind, I lied because I just saw 500 score pop up. So I guess it was 200 from a 1 to a 4, and then from a 5 to a 10 you would get 500, and then for a 10 you'd get 1,000 score. So but I still think that maybe they need to lower the kill streak values a little bit. I think the kill streak system, how it is right now, works, and I actually kind of like it quite a bit because, of course, you know, I like the ability that you kind of don't have to worry about dying. Because, I mean, obviously in the gameplay you're seeing a lot of deaths, but don't worry, guys, it picks up, and I start to do really, really well. Maybe around this point, I'm not exactly sure, but don't worry, I start to do really, really well here in a little bit. But the kill streaks either need to be lowered in their value or you need to get more score, because what I noticed while playing this beta is that the only times I got the war machine was maybe 2 times in a 6v6, and I got it probably four-ish games playing the beta. Actually, this is where it picks up, as I said. Playing this mode. So I really think that they need to give you maybe lower the values of the streaks, except for the UAV. I think the UAV might need to be upped a little bit, but the artillery, the war machine, the attack chopper need to be lowered maybe by 1,000 score. Maybe that would be best, or maybe by 500 score. Anything to make the streaks a little bit easier to get. I like the cooldown system, I like all that, but I would like to see that the kill streaks be lowered a little bit for the game to come when the game comes out. But again, the modes that we had, Combined Arms Assault, VIP Escort, I think they were pretty fun modes. Of course, VIP Escort wasn't really my favorite mode in the game, but I know that it is a unique take on Search and Destroy. But obviously, Combined Arms Assault was my favorite mode within the beta itself. Again, hopefully by next week, they will also get rid of the Quick Play, because the Quick Play was actually locked for everybody. You couldn't pick and choose modes, which was kind of frustrating. So hopefully they change that a little bit next week. But I think you'll be seeing a lot of Combined Arms Assault gameplay from this channel. But I'm very, very excited for next week. Hopefully they up the level cap quite a bit. Hopefully they add maybe a new mode, maybe they add a new map. I would really, really like to see a new map, because we've played Cartel, we've played all the other maps, and Cartel is honestly, it's a questionable 6v6 map, but it is a perfect 12v12 map. It is extremely fast paced. So Cartel, I think, is a good map for 12v12, and it is definitely a kind of average, kind of lower tier map for 6v6. But overall, the game was a lot of fun, and I had a really, really fun experience with this beta, and I really hope you guys had a good experience as well. I know skill-based matchmaking kind of the forefront of the complaints of the beta, including myself. I mean, I am personally with you guys on that. I hate skill-based matchmaking, and I hope that they tone it down quite a bit for the launch of the game, because obviously it takes a lot of fun out of the game, and that's definitely the elephant in the room when it comes to this beta, because a lot of people say, you know what, I quit the beta because of skill-based matchmaking. That's why I quit the beta. So, you know, for some reason they just decided that skill-based matchmaking being thrown into standard into a beta is the way that they're going to market to people, which is, I think, the worst possible way to market to an audience, because you're basically saying, okay, here, you get lucky, you get to suffer. You get to play against some completely sweaty players. And honestly, that would drive me over to the edge to not buy the game. If I had a matchmaking system where I played against good players, bad players, etc., I'd be like, okay, well, this is enjoyable. This is a fun experience. But I know for a lot of people, this was excruciating playing this beta, and for myself included, until I played this mode, it was excruciating for me as well, which is why for the most of the year, you can probably expect to see a lot of this game mode, unless, of course, they tune down the skill-based matchmaking a little bit by the time the game comes out. But of course, that is the biggest thing that everybody's had a problem with when it comes to this beta. Overall, everything else, the weapon balance, the kill streaks, the perks, everything is classic fun Call of Duty, and I really, really overall enjoyed it. That is not a dishonest opinion at all. Everything was fun. The FOV slider being introduced was amazing. By the way, I'm playing at 90 FOV in this gameplay, for those of you guys who are wondering, but again, I could just go in at this part of the gameplay. It was just so much fun. But anyway, guys, that is going to do it for everything I have to say here for the game. My week 1 beta review, I would definitely say that this is a good game. I really, really have enjoyed it. I cannot wait for weekend 2. But as you guys know or may not know, I'm actually going to be, actually you probably do know if you guys checked out my most recent Black Ops Cold War video, but I'm going to be gone next week due to the fact that I was unable to, or that I'm going on a trip with my family next week. So or next weekend. But luckily Thursday, the beta goes live for everybody on PlayStation 4 as well as early access for Xbox and PC. So I will be able to play that, which is really, really exciting, as well as Sunday night. So I will have, you know, some gameplay of the newer version of the beta next weekend, but overall I won't be able to play as much as I would have liked to next weekend, but I should still have a lot of fun. But anyways, hopefully you guys went to enjoy this video. If you did, a like rating is always appreciated. I will leave you guys with a little bit left of the gameplay. There's only 20.9 seconds left on the timer, so I'm not sure how much gameplay is left. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are about Combined Arms Assault if you guys played it. I absolutely love it, as I said many, many times throughout this video, and I'll see you guys all on another Black Ops Cold War video very, very soon.
Hostile artillery targeting active. Artillery inbound. Established overhead. All mission goals accomplished. Careful zone, come on home.